Hello and welcome to HistoryPod. On the 27th of March 1963, Chairman of the British Transport Commission, Dr. Richard Beeching, published his report entitled The Reshaping of British Railways. The first of two documents that outlined his plans for the reduction and restructuring of the British railway network, the subsequent Beeching Cuts resulted in the closure of 2,128 stations and thousands of miles of track, along with the loss of up to 70,000 jobs. By the end of the Second World War, road transport had grown exponentially, and many of the nation's railway lines were in a poor state of repair. In 1948, the railways were nationalised and became British Rail. However, economic recovery and the end of petrol rationing spurred a 10% annual increase in road vehicle mileage throughout the 1960s, while railway income slowly fell below operating costs. By 1961, British Rail was operating at a loss of £300,000 every day. Dr. Beeching was drafted in by the Prime Minister Harold Macmillan to make the railways profitable again. His detailed analysis of rail traffic highlighted stations and lines that ran at a constant loss as they raised very little income while maintaining fixed operating costs that were very high. In his report, Beeching pointed out that stations and railway lines had broadly the same fixed costs, whether they saw 1,000 passengers a week or 6,000. Beeching's report therefore recommended that 6,000 out of the existing 18,000 miles of railway line should be closed entirely, while others should only serve freight. Meanwhile, 2,363 stations were earmarked to close. While not all the recommendations were finally implemented, by the early 1970s, thousands of miles of railway track, thousands of stations, and thousands of jobs had been lost.